Hey guys, so today I will show you how to get a Panzer Vulpaphyla. What it can do is it can launch quills at enemies, it'll apply viral, and then when it dies, it will respawn after 30 seconds, and you never have to worry about interacting with it and healing it, resing it, or anything like that. It just respawns itself. You can also put like mods on it to where it has a chance to give you health orbs. It can make it to where you can never not be able to pick up health orbs and that'll give you like synergy for like a mod on your frame. For example, health conversion, something like that. Make yourself more tanky. But anyways, so you're just gonna want to pick like a frame, and you can just like run something like Volt Reconstruct if you want to, and then you can just like spam your abilities and stuff like that while you're doing this, and heal yourself and not have to worry about dying while you're doing it, because the mobs of Deimos actually kind of do a lot of damage. So anyways, I personally like using Smita a lot because of the charm buff that it gives, which can give you more item pickups and stuff like that. So it's pretty good. But some people, they just want more damage and stuff like that. So this is how you can get a Panzer Vulpaphyla, or really any other type of Vulpaphyla. But the process is the same for all of them. But anyways, so this is how you do it. So just make sure that you have like some okay weapons. You don't really need anything crazy. You just make sure that you're able to kill the mobs of Deimos while you're trying to hunt for the Vulpaphyla and capture it. So all you gotta do is just simply go to your navigation and then go to Deimos. So let's do that now. Necrolisk, let's choose a random one. Wait for that. Now, what you're going to need is you're going to want to press escape or the options menu if you're on console. Just go to fast travel and then click on Sun. It'll teleport you to Sun. And then you can go to browse wares, and you're going to want to get a Vulpaphyla Echo Lure, Vulpaphyla Pheromone Gland, and a Shrink Rifle. So this will just put the mob to sleep. And this is what you need to have in order to start, hunting specifically for that. Like you could just find Vulpaphyla out in the open world, but I think it's just faster to just like, buy one of these lures for like 1,000 rep, and then, buy a pheromone gland. You need a pheromone gland because it will increase the rarity of the Vulpaphyla that you're about to hunt, and it will increase the odds of a Vulpaphyla being a Panzer. And every time that I do it, it is almost like guaranteed to be a Panzer. So
Farewell. Travel safe. I shall languish.
Now you just want to leave the area and go outside. Now, when I was first starting out, I only had a K drive because of the Fortuna quest and stuff like that. So it was really rough, just going on your K drive, and it's really slow and you can't fly or stuff like that. But hopefully, you have like, you can play like Titania or something like that and just fly around, or you do have an Archwing launcher and you can fly around. But anyways, for the sake of speeding up this tutorial, what I'm going to do is just fly around on my K drive. So what you're going to want to do is that before you go out here, make sure you put your Trank Rifle on your Arsenal gear wheel. So after you've done that, you just want to pull out your Echo Lure, and then now let's go find a you're going to want to open up your map, like press M or whatever the button is on console, and then fly to one of these diamonds, and you make sure that you have your Vulpaphyla Echo Lure held out, and so you would just hold down 2 or something like that, and then you would select that just to make sure that you're heading to the right spot, and then when you're at the spot, it will say track animal, and then so you just click that,
Well, you're close to
Then you start following these footprints.
Not to backseat drive, but I think if you head that way, you might find it.
So you're just going to want to follow these, and eventually you'll be led to basically almost a predetermined spot, a calling point, and then you're going to want to, hold down 3, and then make sure you select the Vulpaphyla pheromone gland. So click on that, and then it'll activate it, and there'll be a giant little gas cloud around you. And then you just pull Echo Lure again, and then hold down left click or right trigger, whichever it is in console. And now you're going to want to use your headset to try to pinpoint where you just heard it calling from, because that is how you can easily and very quickly find out where it's going to spawn. It'll just instantly just blip into the world, into existence. So now what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to do the mimicking minigame, and all you have to do is just when you move your camera up and down, you can see this little blue/purple little thing. You will see this little thing moving, and you're going to want to make sure that it's between the white lines. So you just follow it with moving your camera down or up. And by using your headset, we can determine that it spawned somewhere in this direction. So you just pull out your shrink rifle, and you're going to get wall hacks. See, like that. And then it'll start walking towards you. And this time, we were a little bit, unlucky. And it was a Sly Vulpaphyla instead of the Panzer that we wanted. But it's fine, because we also want a Sly. Probably later into our Warframe career. So, anyways, now what you're going to want to do is, now that the Vulpaphyla is sleeping after you tranked it, you're going to want to find a zombie infested to lure over to that spot. So all you have to do is just look around in the immediate area for an infested. Okay, now that you found your infested, what you're going to want to do is just bait it over to the little diamond over there. So just walk in front of it. It'll slap you around and stuff. It's whatever. Try to put some vitality or armor mods on your character so you don't die while you're doing this, or you can just use Molt Reconstruct and heal yourself. So now you're just going to want to bait it over to the mob. And make sure that you don't have a companion that does a lot of damage, because if you just bring out another Vulpaphyla or sort of Sentinel or something like that, it's really modded, it'll just one-shot these guys, and then you'll have to find more mobs, and it's kind of annoying. So anyways, so you just bait them over to the Vulpaphyla, and then you stay on top of it, and then they'll start hitting you and the Vulpaphyla. Then once it says weakened, you can just kill the mobs or whatever, and then you can just press X on it, but it has to say weakened. Then it'll say, weakened Sly Vulpaphyla or Panzer, and so then it'll show up right there, and that means that you did it correctly. So then once you've done that, you can just extract. That's all you need to do for this part of the getting the Panzer or whichever Vulpaphyla you wanted. So, but anyways, so now after you've extracted, don't freak out when you come to the screen and it doesn't show up, because that's just how it is. It happens every single time that you do a weekend capture. It'll just won't show up on the screen, so don't freak out. So just all you have to do is press escape, go into your menu, go to equipment, inventory, then you can just type in Sly, and then it'll show up right there. Or you can type in Panzer, and it'll show up. So don't worry about it. It'll be there, as long as it says weekend when you captured it. And then you can just go fast travel, click on Sun, and then click on Browse Wares. And the reason why you want to buy something else from him is because when you go to do this, or here, Vulpaphyla, when you do this, it'll, you click on mutagen, antigen, try to craft them, and it says parts not owned. So now what you need to do is you need to craft one of these and one of these. And it has a 1 minute crafting time, so don't even worry about it. You just do something else for it takes no time at all. So just go to Browsewares. And then I think one of the first ones that you were able to unlock from the Entrati reputation is just I think it's like Dacis or something like that, and the Antigen and the Adra mutagen. But you can just type mutagen just right there. You see all of them. And the Antigen, here you are. Here's all of these. I'm max rep, so if you're like just starting out and you're like level 1, level 2 or something like that, and you know, you might be able only to get, like, I think this one might be the first one you get, something like that, but it doesn't really matter too much which one you get. The difference between these is like the cosmetic look of your Vulpaphyla will change depending on which one you choose. So if we can click on this, let's click some random ones, and then, you know, we would change the Antigen, and it'll change like his how he looks a little bit, or change like the mutagen, it'll change like his tail. Yeah, so there isn't like too big of a difference like aesthetically, but you might have to just settle with whatever the default selection is, which I think is this is the default selection, but there's not too big of a difference. You can look in the wiki and you can see that it's not that big. Like, it'll still do pretty good either way, good after you put mods on it and stuff. So now, after you have bought one blueprint of the Antigen and one blueprint of the mutagen, you can like infinitely start crafting these if you want to, and you're gonna need to get like the Vome residue, Pustulite, ferment bladder, and sporulate sac. And the ferment bladder you get from just fishing, and the sporulate sac you can just break open the orange containers in Deimos, and that is how you get sporulate sacs. And you can also fish for them during the Vome cycle, which is whenever the blue giant infested worm thing is. It's like the day and night cycle, but so after you've gotten all the components for that, you just go back to your foundry.
See you around.
Okay, so now that you are back at your foundry, all you have to do is just click on, I think it's, modular, and then you can see, you know, mutagen, antigen, and then you just craft your mutagen, craft your antigen. As you can see, it's only 1 minute. It's not too long. It's not like the frames where it's just 3 days. It's really annoying, but anyways, so after these are done crafting, you just claim it, and then head back to Sun. And then all you have to do is just talk to Sun, and you will be able to craft the Vulpaphyla. Now, the thing is, though, is that you won't get any mastery rank points, which, you know, you might not care about right now, but you probably will in the future, because certain guns and certain things that you can buy and use are tied behind mastery rank. So I think like one of the big breakpoints is like 14, 15, 16, stuff like that. In order to do like pretty much everything, you're gonna want to hit at least 16. So, but anyways, that's just the reason why you're gonna want mastery rank. The reason why I'm saying that because you won't get any points until you gild it, and so once you click on, you know, craft them, select the mutagens you want, and then, you know, you craft it, it'll be an instant craft. You'll instantly have it once you click this button. So now you would just click on experimental procedures, and after you've leveled up your Vulpaphyla to level 30, you can click on guild, and then you're going to need to hit rank 3, I think it is, with Entrati, and then you will be able to guild your companion with 5,000 rep and 10 sun tokens, which you can get by just doing, like, you know, you can just buy more echo lures and stuff. You don't even need to get gleams to hunt. This is just if you wanted to get a specific rare
mob, then you would just buy these, but you don't even need to do that. So you can just do this, this Predasite Echo Lure, Avakaya, stuff like that. You're going to need an Avakaya Echo Lure eventually at some point in order to rank up, so I'd probably get that whenever you can, whenever you unlock that. And so, yeah, you would just gild it, then you would get all your mastery points, and I think that it lets you get a free name, but if you can't do that or you want to change the name, you can just click this right here in title, and it'll be 15 platinum to change the name or name your companion name, something like that. But make sure that you don't accidentally click that and release the companion that you just worked hard to get. So, but yeah, you're probably wondering about the fishing part and stuff like that. So all you would do is just click on fast travel, and then go to daughter, and then pick up browse wares, and then buy yourself a spear. And now all you have to do is just go outside again. Now that you have your spear, you can only go to equipment arsenal, and then click on gear, and then click on your slot that you want to put your gear wheel on. Just click on the spear. Make sure it's equipped. And now you're going to want to go outside again. Wait for it to load. And now you just start fishing, because you need to get the Glutinox, like spore stuff, and a couple other materials. So you can just fly over to like a hotspot. The hotspots are like basically like these little like smoking like foggy things. So just hop off your Archwind or K-Drive and then just equip your spear.
Okay, so now that you have your spear out, all you have to do is just throw your spear into the water a few times and equip it and unequip it if fish aren't spawning, and just start catching some fish. It's all you need to do. It's very simple. It's not really that hard. You can pull out your residue, your fast residue, I think is what you need for the Glutinox, and then you just throw it on the ground, and then it'll attract the Glutinox if you're during the Vome cycle. And right now, during recording, it currently wasn't the Vome cycle. It was actually fast, so it's not really going to do anything. But I'm just showing what it looks like whenever you throw your fast residue on the ground. But you can also get lures from Cetus, but I actually ran out while I was recording this during a separate clip. But you can just throw lures on the exocrine water, and it'll highlight all the fish in the area, and it makes it way easier to fish. So, but yeah, after you get all your fish, just go ahead to extract and then go back to your foundry and craft it if you haven't already done that. Also, the sporulate sacs, those little orange cyst looking things, they also have a chance of containing sporulate sacs. So make sure that if you see some just laying around out in the open, just give them a quick old little smack and just break them really quick, and then just move on with your day, and you might get a sporulate sac. So, but yeah, that's pretty much it for the fishing part.
But yeah, that is how you get a Panzer Vulpaphyla, and thank you for watching, and have a nice day.
Do you think you can find whatever left it? That's definitely a Vulpaphyla. They're scavengers who prefer to travel in packs, so I wouldn't be surprised to find more than one. Tank rifle ready. Easy now. Hold on. That's a Panzer Vulpaphyla. We must bring it in. I'd estimate by its armor plating that it might take a few darts before you can safely secure it. This one's an adult. The rare and exquisite Panzer Vulpaphyla. Oh, there are some old scars here. Just imagine what it must have endured.